Well, Casper, Wyoming is pushing to strengthen squatting laws as the city struggles with a rising homeless population. Take a look. This was the scene at a motel. The mayor says all this destruction was caused by a group of about 200 people leaving the area, quote, uninhabitable and unsafe.
A man lived under a bridge next to US 131 for months, homeless and unnoticed. But now that he's in a homemade shack, John Foster Bentley is getting noticed, but by police and city inspectors.
A local nonprofit and church are teaming up to offer a new housing opportunity for families that are experiencing homelessness.
News 8's Demetrius Sanders has more details on this unique partnership.
You might have seen the headline. Jackson is sending its homeless to Salt Lake City. The article quotes a Jackson police officer, but that officer tells me the article doesn't tell the whole truth.
You're left with the impression that we're exporting our homeless problem to Salt Lake City.
Yeah, with more on this.
Yeah, guys, Mayor Mendenhall says she's reached out to the mayor of Jackson, Wyoming, and urging Jackson leaders to work with their local partners to address homelessness at the local level there. According to the Jackson Hole News and Guide, as temperatures drop, Teton County is seeing a rise in homeless people being cited for trespassing.
Well, they're not going to get away with it. And be assured that here in Wyoming, we are not being overrun. I think what's gaining national attention is where we live and the weather that we deal with. It is not conducive to anyone that doesn't have shelter.
A 53-year-old says he is a former factory worker who hasn't worked for years, says he's had trouble collecting disability and had a falling out with his family. He says he survives on his bridge card, returnable bottles, and kindnesses, like the 8-year-old boy who showed up with his mom.
Well, Wyoming Park United Methodist Church has provided hope to the community for well over 100 years, and through a new partnership with Family Promise of West Michigan, the church will offer hope in a new way. According to Family Promise of West Michigan, there's dozens of local families currently living without reliable housing.
Nothing could be further from the truth. We do not want people to freeze to death.
He says Jackson has an extreme winter climate. One of the ways the homeless individuals there avoid these potentially deadly temperatures is by trespassing onto private property or to warmer areas.
This situation is yet another clear indicator that cities and states all across the country, even in one of the wealthiest places in the country, are struggling to address the accelerating humanitarian crisis of homelessness. Now, we've reached out to the Jackson Police Department for a comment, and they have yet to get back to us.
We have 43 families that are on our outreach list. That's 43 families that need a housing solution. So they're living in spaces that are not meant for human habitation.
The problem is that housing and sheltering is not the solution for a large number of these folks.